The gaming industry is such a beautiful industry full of passion.
There is more passion
And love, but not for quality, but for money. So the masters of microtransactions
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
and loot crates, the beloved company that strikes fear in all gamers, EA, emerged from the shadows to show its dedication for milking every consumer to their last hard-earned money. If not one of the best at making the final consumer receives all the possibilities of being skinned at every corner. And so, it started with a little game that some of you know as Star Wars Battlefront, first showcased at 2014 E3 conference, or also known as Hype Time Conference.
Oh my God!
Where they showed some footage of gameplay, the crowd was satisfied with what they saw. Such a renowned company could not partner themselves with a better developer, none other than DICE, famous for its Battlefield series and no controversy. You also had the option to pre-order the game just for the price of $120.
Julian.
In this bundle, you received the game, the season pass, and just the best gun with the highest damage, the DL-44. No big deal, said EA. Fast forward to 2015 November, the sales are enormous, selling over 6 million copies in just 1 month. The executives congratulated themselves.
Our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
So the players launched the game, hyped to live their sci-fi dream. They were greeted by a shallow game. At launch, it had 12 maps and only 4 maps for the most played game modes, Rocker Assault and Supremacy, 2 maps being in the beta version. No big deal, right? The players thought, well, that's okay, let's see the campaign, because the previous Battlefront 2 from 2005 had one. Where's the campaign? Said the players. Gone. Only a few missions existed to keep the players engaged for 1 hour.
What?
Training, battles, and survival, they're pretty much self-explanatory. In the first mode, you learned the basics. In the second game mode, you had to kill and gather the enemy tokens, a rip-off from Call of Duty Kill Confirm. The last one, you simply had to survive until the time passes. The only good thing about them were the nice cutscenes for the intro. Of course, the gamers burst with happiness for these missions. Could it be much worse? Thoughts about Conquest from the classical Battlefronts? Gone.
Got him!
Different classes? Gone. Replaced with star cards. There are a total of 24, some of them are decreases explosive damage by small amount, low chance to get a power-up with each kill, and they can be upgraded to something like decreases explosive damage by medium amount, medium chance to get a power-up with each kill, and much more content deleted in comparison with its predecessor from 2005. If this was not enough, you paid $60 for the base game, and for the rest of the content you have to pay extra. But that's okay, because the game offered a variety of customization between NPC number 1 and NPC number 5. If you want much cooler cosmetics, you must endlessly grind to level 50. But you may think, well, okay, but what about the arsenal? A total of 11 primary weapons in total. The good part of this fiasco was the beautiful landscapes, sound design, and textures to compensate for the rest of the disaster, said the top management. And also, the player had the diversity to choose between 6 unique heroes and villains like Princess Leia, the infamous Darth Vader, and everyone's favorite bounty hunter, Boba Fett. But wait, if you want to play as something more exotic, like Nien Nunb or Greedo, you must show your wallet to play as these memorable characters. They were part of the first DLC entitled Outer Rim. The good old EA considered that paying extra for 2 playable heroes, 4 maps, and 1 new game mode is not enough, so they made 3 more DLCs for the base game. EA conceived the great idea to break in half the player base by creating DLCs. So basically, you paid for half the game, and if you even thought about playing on cooler maps or game modes like Infiltration on the beautiful beaches of Scarif from the movie Rogue One, you need to pay extra to play everything the game has to offer. Want a new game mode?
I like money.
Well, EA got you covered with its excellent DLC, Battle of Jakku, that implements an innovative new mode, Turning Point. Wow! What this new game mode could be? Well, it's just a basic capture and hold 3 points spread around the map against the clock. So exciting, said EA. Let's make more of this creative content, and so the gamers received the opportunity to purchase another DLC for a new game mode, Extraction. This game mode consists of one team, the Empire, which has as its objective to plant tractor beams and supply them with sufficient energy to stop the rebels from leaving the planet. The gamers cherish this new map and game mode, but what they didn't know that this game mode was only for one map. But who cares, said EA. Let's offer them a new brand game mode, so the players receive once again the opportunity to buy a new DLC. But this time it is the one that everybody waited for, Death Star. The most iconic thing a fan of Star Wars thinks of it, a giant spaceship shaped like a globe of Christmas, but offers the gift of death itself to a planet. When you think about Star Wars, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? If you thought the answer was space battles, then you are wrong. But luckily, EA first thought rhymes with "give me more money."
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah.
So after a little research, EA discovers
What's this?
that his fan base is interested in space battles. So over a year passed from launch, and EA blessed the gamers with a new game mode that no one could think about, Space Battles. Once again, another success for the company to make a buck. But this company with big ideas contemplated about the unfortunate players that didn't pay for every DLC.
Look at this dude.
And so the prominent EA comes forward to aid the simple gamer with a new option. To gain access to all previous DLCs, the Season Pass was heard from the depths of hell. Just for the price of $50, not only you gain access to all DLCs, you also gain early access within 2 weeks before the release of each DLC. This meant that to fully enjoy the entire game, you needed to pay almost the same price of the base game, which resulted in a fraction of the player base.
We'll get them next time.
If this was not enough, you could add to this bucket these little ingredients: shallow repetitive, dull gameplay, lack of team playing, longevity, balance, and also player spawn under the window. The perfect recipe for a game, thought EA. And to make sure the next Battlefront will be great, they started production before they even showcased what's in the Season Pass for Battlefront 1. In the present, the game is much better than when it was released. After many updates, new maps, game modes, weapons, etc. were added and changed the game for the better. But too late, as another soon took its place. Nowadays, the game is almost dead. Finding a match takes a long time. Trying to play a 40-player mode is a dream. But of course, all of these schemes for making money are not seen even now in this industry by other companies, like the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft, having all the package, pre-order bonuses, season pass, subscription.
No.
And we'll see about the microtransactions that are waiting to be released over the game. But surely EA did not make these kind of mistakes with the upcoming Star Wars Battlefront 2, released in 2017?
A few moments later.
So stay tuned to hear more about these magnificent companies and their new ingenious predatory techniques. See ya!